All right, we're live. We're going to try this out. We're hot spotting. But I'm interested in either having a discussion with you or a debate, whatever you want to call it. But I want to know why you're not vegan. So join me live. The link is in the description. And we're going to go from there. All right, so I'll be on here for a good hour. As long as I got battery, I got 30%. We're going to dim this down, try to save some more battery. Drop a comment. But I want to know why you're not vegan. All right, I'm also, let me try to see. I tried to get somebody on today. The Ida Life boys. Who. Was it hard to see me? We'll get some light on here. All right, let's debate. Let's talk about it. I want to know why you're not vegan. Give me your best answer on why you're not vegan. I really want to know. All right, so we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait till people come on, and if not, I'm gonna answer some comments. But the Ida Life boys. Let me see if I can share my screen. Now I want all comments. All right, we'll talk through this one till some people come on. If we're gonna get some folks on, but until then. So, question for hunters is what I had posted. Hunted. Please tell me how you feel after you use and kill. Do you doing? All right, so the Ida Life boys. Let me see if I can share this to you. We're gonna do this. We'll crop it. All right, I'm gonna airdrop this to the MacBook. Boom. Where'd it go? Oh man. Where'd it go? Or drop it again. Show in the Finder. There we go. Bring it on here. All right, here it is. So the Idolife Boys says the deer existed. That's what it did wrong. All right, and that doesn't make any sense. I mean, it existed, and that's when. And then the laughing emojis. Okay, and so my response to that, and I said that's hilarious. He said, I know, right? And I said I was being sarcastic, and I know that's not how right and wrong work. But I understand it's your way to settle your cognitive dissonance, so I get it. And what I really want to respond to is his comment here. And I'll share this. Let's see if we can talk through it. Airdrop this one. And I'm going to put this up here. So there's a lot to unpack here, and if I spend, even the rest of the time talking about this, I think it'll be good for people. So, throwing around cognitive dissonance doesn't make you smart. It just means you learned one psychology term and use it to dodge arguments. So, first of all, I'm not trying to be smart. It's actually what's happening here, and I see it every day. And if you understand cognitive dissonance and what it is, it's to settle your uncomfortableness. And the people who come across quit eating animals or are challenged on why they eat animals, it's uncomfortable because it's conflicting with what you already know to be right and wrong. It's conflicting. You know it, but it's conflicting with your actions. And so you have to settle it somehow. And settling it, and one way that people settle it is laughing or jokes. And this is exactly what happened here. Because the Idolife Boys says that it existed. That's what it did wrong. Ha ha ha. And there was like 7 laughing emojis. And that's to settle the dissonance. So I didn't learn the psychology term and I use it to dodge an argument. I'm not trying to dodge any argument. Like there is no argument here with it existed. That's what it did wrong. Like that's not true. And it's the cognitive dissonance. So I'm not using it to dodge any arguments. And I think people, I think you have to challenge yourself on why are you answering the way that you are. I mean, you're coming on this page and you're dropping comments. That's your dissonance. Because you're uncomfortable. It's not because it's true. It's you're uncomfortable with what you're hearing and what you're seeing. So, instead of defending your point, you psychoanalyzed a stranger in a YouTube comment section and called it logic. When did I call it logic? Again, I'm not. I mean, stranger, I don't know anybody who drops comments and the name Idolife Boys. I don't know you. You're right. I absolutely don't know you. I'm responding to your comment. I know you're a person. I know you're somebody. You're not AI. But I'm challenging you. And I said, what do you mean by it existed? You know what right or wrong is by killing animals and killing another being when you don't have to. It's wrong. I mean, I don't know. You can't tell me from how you grew up and however you draw your moral philosophy or principles or moral code. It's wrong. I mean, if you live in the United States, if you're a normal human being, it's wrong. I don't know how else to to put it, and I want to challenge you. I mean, come on and tell me why it's the right thing to do to kill an animal when you don't have to. So that's that. So yeah, I'm psychoanalyzed a stranger. I don't even know what that means in a YouTube comment section. I'm not calling it logic. I'm calling it what it is, and it's cognitive dissonance. Hey, what's up? Those of you watching, man, feel free to click the link. Come on, I'll bring you on. We can talk, we can debate, but I want to know why you're not vegan, or you can drop a comment. I'll respond to it, but I'd rather talk live. And so feel free to come on, jump on. If you are vegan, let's talk. And then people are jumping off too. So I see people come on and, you get scared and you don't want to talk and they go away. But we'll get somebody. Somebody be willing to talk about it. I know somebody really believes that they have the answer and are going to tell me, show me up. Believe that. That's okay. All right, let's keep going though. When you can't win the argument, you diagnose the opponent. What? What argument? What is the argument? The argument of it existed, so it's wrong? I mean, there is no argument there. That's not understanding, that's cope. I mean, again, I'm not coping with anything. I'm challenging your beliefs and why you're doing and still continuing to do what you're doing, which is killing and eating animals when you don't have to, or even hunting. You're killing an animal, a defenseless animal who did nothing wrong, and they're saying it existed. That's what it did wrong. Like, right or wrong, you don't just exist and then be wrong. That doesn't happen. You have to do something that's wrong, and these animals aren't doing anything. They didn't ask to be born. They didn't ask to come into this life, and we're killing them. So make that make sense. Imagine being vegan and still this salty. Again, not vegan. I'm not salty. I mean, I was in the Navy, but certainly not salty. I don't really know what that means. I'm not this salty. I'm really challenging people and why they're responding, including the Ida Life boys, on why we're laughing. Why we're laughing and really believing that it existed. That's what it did wrong. And then 7 laughing emojis. You quit eating animals, but not superiority. Again, it's not about superiority. It's just aligning my morals with my actions. And I want you to do the same thing. I want you to challenge your morals with your actions. And then once you want them aligned, right? If you know something is right, or if you know something's wrong, but yet you're doing the opposite, that's conflicting. And the easiest thing to do is just align them. Align your morals, which you know to be right or wrong, and then align that with your actions. It's like, I'm not going to go out and punch a dog or kick a dog because I know it's the wrong thing to do. That dog did nothing wrong. Sure, I could defend myself. If the dog is attacking you, of course, defend yourself. But this isn't what is happening here, and this isn't what we do to animals. This isn't what we do when we hunt. We're not defending ourselves. We're actually going out and trying to stalk deers and hide and put camouflage on and give ourselves an advantage so that they can get close enough so we can shoot them and let them bleed out and run and go go pick up its dead body and take a picture with it. That's not, that doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't seem like the right thing to do. Now, I wasn't brought up a hunter. My parents didn't hunt. I had friends, brothers who hunted back in Jersey. And I never really thought about it, but I had no business or no reason to be in the woods putting deer urine on me and putting camouflage and camouflaging my face and shooting them with a bow or a rifle or any weapon. So, it's just, and the cognitive dissonance that to me, it's not a term I use loosely and just throw around when I'm trying to win an argument, or I can't win an argument, so I use cognitive dissonance. It just doesn't make sense to me. I use it when I actually see it happening in real life, and it happens a lot. I mean, a lot of these comments I come across, I mean, what's happening is a cognitive dissonance. They make a comment to settle it because they're uncomfortable. So those of you watching, feel free to jump on. See, they're jumping off. I get people watching and then they jump off. But I want to know why you're not vegan. You know, join me live. Click the link in the description. You know, come on live, man. Let's talk about it. All right. But the Ida Life boys, man. And then, I mean, if you go back in to this guy, it said, so you literally stand by your comment. After this, after I responded to this is my response. I said, so you literally, meaning you actually stand by your comment of saying that it existed. That's what it did wrong. You acted. Oh, here's my son. There's Trey. What up? What up, dude? Oh, this light went out. Turn it back on. Oh, I got a thumbs up. I got a like. Appreciate it. Hey, let's come on live. Somebody come on live. Let's talk about it. I want to know why you're not vegan yet. I want to know why you're not vegan. Let's debate. Let's talk about it. I don't want to respond to these comments anymore. Let's talk live. I got time. Click the link in the description and then come on live. Let's talk. It's dark out here. I'm waiting for my son to finish practice. Figured I got some time. I'm hot spotting. And let's come on live. But right now I'm responding to Ida Life boys. He called me out on dropping cognitive dissonance as if I'm trying to be smart and means instead of defending your point, psychoanalyzing a stranger in a comment. And which really doesn't make sense. But again, this cognitive dissonance thing is real. I mean, people actually use it because they're uncomfortable. And they're uncomfortable. Mr. Theo Optimizer. Hi, I'm already vegan. All right, man. Appreciate you. Good job, man. How long you been vegan? I'd love to know what made you go vegan. How about that? Your kid is sick at soccer. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Appreciate it. I got 3 of them. And they're actually all in practice right now. My youngest, they're at different times, so my other son just rolled up here. I'm waiting on my youngest, so I appreciate that, man. I'm going to let him know. Thank you. I try to share those clips, and I mean, hopefully he's going to get recruited and, you know, get a full scholarship somewhere. So, yeah, man, appreciate it. Mr. Theo Optimizer. Love the name. Love the name, man. Thank you. Appreciate that. I'm going to share that with them. I think that's motivating. Yeah, man. Thank you. But yeah, man, what made you go vegan? I'm interested. You know, I think sharing stories like that are great. You know, how long you've been vegan? Look, I mean, you're still living. You're not deficient. You're not dying. You're not on your deathbed. We've been over 9 years, and we're still going strong. I'm posting workouts daily. Waking up at 4 a.m. We're doing 300 reps. We're trying to hit 100,000 reps this year, which I feel really good about. I feel really good that we're going to hit this. I know it's early. It's only January 8th, but we're going to hit 100,000 repetitions. So, Theo, 5 years, started with a dog, became acutely aware of their inner life, and couldn't think that would be any different with the animals. Yeah, man. The animals I was eating. Absolutely, man. Love this. That's so true. I mean, look at our dogs, and I'm gonna say deer's not much different than dogs. Cows are not much different than dogs. Cows are really just big dogs. So hey man, congratulations, keep it up. It's amazing. It's an awesome journey. You keep learning. What's our story? So we went. So my wife and I owned a CrossFit. We were growing up. You know, our kids were living in the gym, and um, CrossFit teaches paleo. And so what we started to do was understand, you know, the quality of the foods that we were eating. And so we were really, you know, looking at where our food came from. And we saw a documentary called What the Health. This was 9 years ago. What the Health. And after we watched that, we went 30 days plant based. Was the idea of like, all right, we're gonna take out meat and we're gonna go 30 days plant based, and then during those 30 days, we figured out, you know, different meals. We tried different things, and our kids they didn't like some foods. But then I really got into, you know, documentaries. I started watching Gary Yavorsky, the best speech ever. And if you have not seen Gary Yavorsky, the best speech ever, I mean, he talks to a class full of students, and I mean, it's mind blowing. I mean, and it's amazing. So if you haven't seen it, you know, and you can't answer, I could not answer that, and so we just kept learning. I watched more documentaries, and it just made so much more sense. And so it was pretty easy for us. The last thing we gave up were eggs. You know, and just learning about the egg industry and what happens to the chickens. And then, you know, dairy was really the first thing that we gave up, which was pretty simple. Understanding what happens in the dairy industry, why we don't need dairy, and what dairy does to our body. And so, but yeah, we just kept going, and from there it was super simple. Um, it was I'm gonna say more difficult back then, 9 years ago, with the options that we had. You know, this was back when Impossible Meat was just coming out, and you actually couldn't buy it in the store, and only certain restaurants had it. And so we actually had a vegan athlete in our gym whose daughter was, you know, the guy's daughter was vegan, and she went vegan for the animals. And you know, we weren't there yet. We didn't really understand the animals part of it. And then the father went vegan for the daughter, and so it was really interesting dynamic. And so they brought us out to dinner one time, and that's when we, you know, knew where they had a restaurant in Grand Rapids, Michigan, where they had the Impossible Burger. And I have a video of me eating the Impossible Burger for the first time. It was absolutely amazing. And I mean, I couldn't believe it. It like bled like real meat, and it was like, dude, it's you know, it was unreal. And then it's, you know, really there's no excuse now. There's so many options, so many options. So hopefully that helped. Of course, that speech was rad. Yeah, I love the forthright activists, especially no pulled punches. We have to respect the intellect of the people we talk to. Yeah, man. And also, you know, that's true. I mean, you got people. There he's going into practice. We gotta, you know, that it's not. I'm gonna say it's not their fault. It's the way we were brought up. I mean, I didn't know any vegans brought up. I mean, really, you know, like not many vegans in the area, not many vegans at all. And so, I mean, people are smart, people get it, but it's just something that people haven't thought about. And so, what I'm encouraging people to do is to think about these things, right, and question it yourself. Weird in hindsight that I thought there would be any challenge to changing. I'm not sure what you mean there. Any challenge to changing? Oh, like I mean, it's difficult to change, and um, I think that's what you're saying there. I'm not sure. I mean, I mean, it was for us. It was difficult to find things that the kid enjoyed. I mean, our kids love chicken nuggets. Our kid loved mac and cheese, and so there weren't many options. So we figured out how to make a vegan mac and cheese with dairy free. And I mean, now it's oh man, I like the mac and cheese that we have now is incredible. And you know, you got seitan, you got we figured out how to cook tofu. And you know, in the morning breakfast was huge for me growing up. I mean, my on Saturdays my dad made eggs and scrambled eggs, and we had bacon. And now we do tofu scramble, and it's freaking phenomenal. Yeah, I mean, either, bro. Would be hypocritical to judge those who are just like how I used to be. Yeah, man, it's not their fault. But for me, it was real simple to align. I wasn't pushing back super hard like people do, and I just it was easy for me to admit that I was wrong or what I was doing was wrong. I couldn't justify it, and if you can't justify it, just change. I mean, the easiest thing to do is change, but people try so hard to push against and go back on, like, no, eating animals is right, like it's the right thing to do, and it's like, really? I mean, just keep learning about it. When someone has all the facts, then I judge. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to, you know, like, the fact of you can be strong, fit, and healthy without eating any animals is, what I go back to, and I ask someone, do you really need to eat animals? Like, is it necessary for you to eat animals? And some people have never thought about it, and so I find that fascinating. I love when people haven't thought about it, but I like people when they're open, and but not many people are. When you're challenging someone that has never, 40 years, 30 years, 20 years, their parents do it, all their friends do it, it's everywhere. It's like you're questioning something about them that they've been doing or not really thought about, like it's just normal for them. And so, when I first thought about never eating bacon again, I mean, I knew it was obvious, but I loved bacon. Bacon was incredible. The smell of bacon, and but to me, was it worth it? And I knew that I was never going to eat it again. I mean, there was no reason that I could justify eating that. Number one, I mean, it's not even healthy. So why am I, not healthy? But look, I mean, that animal, what that animal goes through. I mean, the pigs are gassed, and it's terrible what they go through. And people in our gym had, bacon is life. We put bacon on everything. In fact, at Five Guys, we put bacon in our milkshakes. So, I mean, bacon was a staple in what we, ate, and I mean, it was every weekend for sure we had bacon. So, um, it's just it's a journey, man, and I think the best thing to do is, I really question people, right? I mean, ask questions on why, and I mean, being in the military and an officer, I mean, we lead by example, and so you just keep leading by example. What does it say? Anything like WTF or AV? Is that anonymous for the voiceless in your area? I think there was one a couple years back, anonymous for the voiceless, maybe in our area. I don't know what WTF is. Um, I don't know what that is. Activist stuff. Um, no, what I'd like to do is I really like the street talks. I would love to go on the street and kind of do this live and interview people. And ask them why. I know that there was Chip the vegan. He does that in London, I think. I mean, it's incredible, and you get people kind of caught off guard, and they got to answer these questions, and you make them think. I mean, it's really good. Yeah, questions is the way. People respond better to their own conclusion rather than what they're told to do. Yeah, that's true. That's also, and I got shirt that says "Quit eating animals." A lot of people don't like that. But the whole principle, and obviously, if I wore that down, or a big sign with that, I think that that's definitely, you know you got people knowing what they're going to walk into. He's got this, you want to try this social experiment, and gets people coming on, and then tells them he's an activist, and why, asks them kind of why they continue to eat animals, or do they respect animals? Obviously they respect animals. And then, do you think that it's wrong to hurt animals? And most people are like, absolutely. And then when you say, well, what about food? And it's like, whoa, 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 like, well, that's okay. I don't do a lot of meat. A lot of people say, and it's really fascinating to watch and to put people in that position, because you're right. I think that when they come up with their own conclusion, it's definitely impactful. So yeah, I mean, questions are the way. I do a lot of questions, in the comments. I'll ask questions, and I want people to respond in their own way. I think that is the way, and I'm not trying to change people. They need to come up with it themselves. But leading by example, or showing people that you can be strong, fit, and healthy when working out. Um, I mean, we've been eating all plants. I mean, we've been super strong, super healthy. I don't remember last time we were sick. So, I mean, it's definitely it's been a journey. Love it. My wife sent me something here, not vegan related, but this went off. About that Minneapolis shooting. That's terrible. And yeah, I mean, and what another thing that we came, and I understand, it's really how you brought up, and we got to teach kids. I mean, we start off by, the kids. I mean, not really teaching them about, what happens to the animals. We teach them, that it's okay to eat these animals, but not okay to eat those. And it starts as kids. And I love when there's another, I don't know who it is, but they talk about, like, if you put a baby in a crib with a rabbit and an apple, they're gonna go ahead and play with the rabbit and eat the apple. um and I mean, it's just like, kids don't want to harm animals, and we're not born to hurt animals. We're taught that. And most hunters are literally taught by their parents or their uncles, or their dad hunts, and it's part of their tradition. And the whole tradition thing, I mean, I look at Thanksgiving. I look at, you know how are we killing a turkey and putting a dead turkey on the table and then celebrating that and giving thanks? I mean, it's super backwards. And so, I mean, it starts as kids, and I think that as we have to teach kids, um, about what's happened. And if we showed them why don't we show them what happens to the animals? Why don't we show them? There's a reason why we don't show them. It's graphic. It's terrible. And Gary shows, there's a clip in there that he shows. I mean, it's not good. It's not good at all, and I think that people need to, watch that. And yeah, I can give credit for people that can kill an animal and do that themselves, but again, it's not the right thing. Oh, We the Free Street Organization. Um, We the Free Street Outreach Organization. No, I've never heard of that. I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna take a picture of that. I'm gonna look that up. Thank you, Theo. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I'm gonna check that out, but I don't think we have that around here. Let's see what you said here. Grotesque for sure. Sickening that anyone would defend it. I really think it's hard to be unkind to humans once you have the vegan mindset. Just because someone's different to me doesn't mean anything. Yeah. The another, uh what do they call it? It's um who am I- what up, dude? How you doing? Doing good? You got practice? When? Oh, dude, yeah. Hey, Theo saw your videos. He's on here. He said you're good at said our kids are sick at soccer. They saw clips.
So what?
He saw your clips in soccer. He said you're sick. You're good. Yeah, no, that's what I said. Thank you, Theo. Yeah, I'm live. What up, dude?
What's good, bro?
Yo, what's up, man? You getting ready for practice?
Yes, sir. Yo, you sitting up toilet seat?
Yeah. Hey, man, Theo said you're great at soccer, man. He saw your clips.
Who?
Theo the optimizer. He's vegan too. 5 years. Yeah, man.
Appreciate it, Theo.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah. All right, man. Hey, crush it. Drive safe. Theo, look at that. I told you they appreciate it. It's always good to hear, man. Appreciate you watching the clips. Yeah, sickening for anyone to defend it. I don't know, man. They're taught and just think that that we can do what we want with the animals. Yeah, what is it called? Why am I drawing a blank here? Speciesism. Duh, speciesism, right? We think that our species, just like racism, our species can do whatever we want with other species. Just because they're not our species. Just like racism and people are, black and we can do what we want with those. I mean, that's what slavery was. I mean, that's what we do to animals. I mean, they're all enslaved. Morally, yeah. Sorry for being so chatty. No, man, I appreciate it, man. I enjoy this. This helps. It helps me keep going. Sorry for being so chatty. Start a WTF chapter. Okay. Again, I'm gonna check that out. I'd be interested. I mean, if they already got things set up, I do like just the social experiment out there. But We the Free, I think that could be good. Thanks for passing that on. Been catching the shorts. Yeah, man. Thanks for that. I've been trying to put stuff out there. I've been slacking the back half of 2025, and I started going live in 2026 more, and I want to do more of this. And again, I was hoping to get more. I'm gonna say live debates, or I like that format. And remote is super easy. People can jump on and see. I know YouTube is a good format for that. Oh, sweet, man. You do WTF in my town. They're global. That's cool. I'd be interested, man. Are they do you do it alone? Do you do it with other people? What's it like? Again, I'm gonna look it up. So I appreciate that. Yeah, man. I'm all for that. I think that's the next step. I mean, I got the info. I'm able to talk to people. Um, they will support you if you wanted to start one as an organizer. Okay. Okay, that's good to know. I know, yeah, Anonymous for the Voiceless. I know they did that. I know that, that's with the videos. I mean, that's a little, it's different. I think any way that you can, active and share and, get people thinking, I think it's incredible. So I'm definitely going to check that out. I've never heard of that, so I appreciate that. Where are you from, Theo? Where are you from, man? Where are you at? Where's your hometown? I'd be interested. In a group like AV makes it great, easy and supportive. The point of entry. Okay. Okay, appreciate that. There's other people out there. I mean, but I'm not. I'm gonna say with the boys' sports and things, we're always. I'm gonna say traveling, and it's difficult to organize things with other people. But I'm also maybe using excuses there. So, but I mean, that's got a long time left. Hey, those of you watching, talking to Theo, but man, feel free to click the link and come on. We'd love to talk live. So I want to know why you're not vegan. I know Theo's vegan already, so but would love to know why you're not vegan. Tell me why I should not be vegan. Tell me why you still eat animals. I want to know. I want to talk to you about it. I tried to set up the Ida Life boys, but that didn't happen. He gave up. Similar to AV, but they do a 3-minute move challenge. Participants watch first, then outreach conversation. What works, I think, is that it gives participants time to eternalize the footage. Okay. Okay. Easier than AV. Okay. Canada, my man. We were just in Canada, believe it or not. When did we go to Canada?
Months ago.
Yeah, October. We were in Toronto, man. Are you in Toronto? I think we're going back. We played Toronto Football Club up there, man. They're really good. They got great soccer there. I think they smoked us, and they were a year younger, which was pretty incredible that they were that good, and they beat my oldest team. So yeah, Canada, man. Okay. And actually, one of my employees I work with, they go to Canada quite often. So, um, that's cool, man. Appreciate you, man. Well, look at that. We're global right now, man. We're talking to people in Canada. Theo's in Canada. It's awesome, man. That's good stuff. I'm interested in this. We the free. We the free, baby. I like it. Oh, you're on the other side, Alberta. Okay. I'm again only we drove there. We're from Michigan, so again it was a quick. I mean, quick. I think it was 5 hours. Um, maybe a little bit more to the bridge, and then into Toronto. But man, it was a great trip, man. It was beautiful up there. Liked it. Oh, and we went to all vegan place. Was it all vegan? No, I don't know. It was all vegan. Maybe it was. We did. We had all vegan. Um, we had all vegan Vietnamese food. It was awesome. It was awesome. Looking for the World Cup with you guys. Yeah, man. So you must be into soccer too, Theo. Yeah, man. We're excited too, but I don't know if we got tickets. I don't know if tickets are expensive. And I don't know where they're exactly playing, but yeah, man, we're excited. World Cup's coming to US. We like it. Hey, we got some people watching. So again, if you're interested, click the link. I'll bring you on live. Let's talk about it. I want to know why you're not vegan. Uh, Mr. Theo Optimizer is already vegan. Has been vegan 5 years. So if you are watching, most people watching or that watch this that come across this are not vegan. And I'm interested in chatting with you. So have a discussion with you. Oh, yeah, let me see. Jordan. All right, Jordan. Jordan Nissan 8353. Do I think veganism is the best diet for humans? That's a great question. Do I think it's the best diet for humans? Well, first of all, veganism is really not a diet. It's a philosophy. Do I think that an all plant-based diet is the best for humans? Absolutely. And the reason why I say that is because, animal protein and what it does to our body. If you learn about what animal does to our blood, it makes it acidic. So that then in itself, we do not want our blood to be acidic. So animal protein makes our blood instantly acidic. And so I do not believe that's the best diet. I don't think eating animals is the best diet. I don't believe that we're carnivores. I believe that we are omnivores. We obviously can eat animals, but is it the best diet for humans? No. A whole foods plant-based diet is the best diet. It's the healthiest diet for humans. So, again, you can be healthy. I'm going to say you can be healthy eating both. Are you going to die if you eat some meat? No, but if you eat mostly plants, I think you'll find you're a lot healthier, just in my opinion. So, but you got to figure it out for yourself. But again, why are we eating the animals in the first place? So Jordan would love to come on and chat with you about it more. But do I think it's the best diet for humans? A whole foods plant-based diet is definitely the best diet for humans, in my opinion. It's actually the cheapest too. So there's that. Theo played when he's a kid, not anywhere near your level. I played baseball, and so but yeah, still dig soccer. A bit gutted when the Whitecaps lost to Miami. Who the Whitecaps? I don't know the Whitecaps. We have a team, the Whitecaps here, but that's baseball. That might be a soccer thing. Same as any other diet. Depends on integration, though. It helps to skip the cholesterol and saturated fats, not to mention the class one carcinogens. Yeah, and that's processed meat, right? I mean, anything processed is not going to be healthy. I think we already know that. Um, so yeah, that's a good tag along, Theo. Appreciate that. Yeah, I mean cholesterol, saturated fats. You don't have any of that in plants. Uh, Veganism is not a diet, though. It does entail a plant-based diet. Yeah, I mean, you can. There's unhealthy vegans, right? There's unhealthy vegans, but what you're doing is you're not affecting other people, and I think that's what it comes down to. You're not affecting others. You're not affecting other animals. Vancouver lost to Messi's team in the MLS final. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, they're the Whitecaps. Got it. Yeah, Messi, man, he's fun to watch, isn't he? Yeah, the guy's incredible. He's absolutely insane. So yeah, I gotcha. So yeah, I mean, hey, the U.S. team won, so but yeah, it was a good game. Messi's fun to watch, man. So, I mean, all those guys, and I think my son, he went over a friend's house, watched Arsenal play. Who'd Arsenal play today? Arsenal played somebody, and they tied. I kind of hate ties, you know. They go to a shootout, man. Go to a shootout. Theo, man, appreciate the comments, dude. Look at that. Appreciate the comments. But yeah, let me go back to Jordan Nissan. I think he already left, but you know, veganism is not a diet. Um, and again, it's not about, I mean, what's best for us, but it's others, man. Let's put others first. Eating animals and what we do to them and what happens to them, and we support that. If we're supporting that with our dollars, we're continuing that. And we can't agree that that's the right thing that we should be doing to animals. We cannot believe that what we're doing, that we agree with what's happening in slaughterhouses, that we agree. And if we're paying for a steak, if we're paying for bacon, we're paying for those animals to be bred into existence. We're enslaved. I mean, fed and depending on where, they could be in some tight quarters and not moving around, and so they're getting fat. And then we're paying for the transportation. We travel a lot. We see a lot of slaughter trucks, we call them, the animal transport trucks with the holes. And I mean, they're going down the road and they're going right to the slaughterhouse. So they're going from the farm or wherever they're being, held. They're traveling in compact. They're all compact together, and they're scared, and they're going right to the slaughterhouse. They're being unloaded into the slaughterhouse. They can clearly smell. They have ears. They can hear what's happening. They can smell the blood, and they're going in, and I can't imagine. And I've never been to a slaughterhouse. But those that have, you see videos of what happens in there. You see undercover things that happen in the slaughterhouse. And if you ever visit a slaughterhouse, there's a reason why slaughterhouses are, hidden, and they don't allow people to just go view them. And there's a famous saying about, if slaughterhouses had glass walls, that we'd all be vegan. And I mean, I can imagine there's truth behind that. So if you ever get a chance to witness what happens in slaughterhouses. I think it's very simple to quit eating animals. I mean, and so Dominion is another video that or a movie documentary that really shows what happens to each type of animal that we eat, and it's graphic, and it's something that you don't want to watch, but you should if you partake in those things. And you're not going to feel good about it. And so just align your morals with your actions. So you stop supporting that. And everyone can. If we can do it, you can do it. If Theo can do it, he's done it for 5 years, you can do it. I mean, just do it. I think that's something that we all need to do, you know? So, you going in? You going in? All right, man. Have a great practice, all right? Love you. Yeah, it's on. Oh man, I should have turned all the lights on. Can see better. So yeah, man, almost been on an hour here. My son's about to finish up practice. This was good, man. Theo, thank you for spending some time with me tonight. From Alberta, Canada. We're global, baby. Oh, by the way, Bush NA, man. We've been sober for 5 years. I keep reminding myself because it keeps us going. And I encourage any if you drink, man, you should definitely quit drinking. 5 years, 3 months, 3 weeks, 1939 days total. We're on our way to 2,000 days. But man, this is incredible. The beer's incredible. Let's see here. Non-vegans hate this connection. Exact same trucks and methods they use in the Holocaust. Yeah. In fact, they learn how to do it from what they did to animals first. Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, the mass slaughter, the gas chambers. I mean, if you hear what the pigs go through and the pigs screaming, it's terrible. Oh man, I'm gonna let it go off. Yeah, so that's definitely not good, man. Yeah, it is a holocaust. It's the animal holocaust, man. I won't keep you now, man. I appreciate it. And I think I got 10 minutes or so, but you're not keeping me, man. I appreciate that, but I won't be able to do this when I drive out of here. But yeah, man, thanks for spending the time. Thanks for pointing me in that direction of We the Free. I'm gonna check that out. But any type of activism, and I run in my cul-de-sac. I wear the quitting animal shirt. I want people to think about it. That's my whole goal. And people that know that you're vegan, at work. I mean, people are, they're like, oh, well, you don't eat that, and I don't have to bring anything up. I mean, I just have to be around them, and they're asking questions, or I think that when people first found out I vegan, I mean, people are uncomfortable a little bit, right? And I think that just being around a vegan has that effect. And then if you're able to talk about it without being, oh my gosh, like you're murdering animals, and if you're super aggressive, nobody's gonna respond to that well. There's a time and place for that, but that's not going to help anybody. So if you learn to ask questions, and you learn to drop seeds, and the best thing to do is continue to lead by example. And I share recipes. I bring in plant-based books. um, Thug Kitchen is one of the great plant-based books, food books. recipe books that we have that I share with others. So you got to learn how to respond to people and have conversations that drop seeds and make people think. Some people prefer AV style, but I do favor WTF. Not as brave with the solo activism, so it helps with that. And building a vegan community keeps things sustainable. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. You can't do it alone. You got strength in numbers. Um, I agree. I mean, if you're not comfortable with the solo activism, that's fair. I don't have a lot of experience with obviously either, but I think I'm able to talk to people and willing to talk to to people now. And at first I wasn't. At first, you really don't want to share, and I think at first my wife was like, really we didn't want to say that we were vegan. We thought like it's too much and we don't need to tell people we're vegan, even though like we are. And I think I credit my youngest son. I mean, he embraced it. I mean, when he realized and put it together, like, all right, yeah, we're vegan, and I think we were just talking to one of our friends, like, yeah, we're vegan. And I think that put it in perspective, right? He didn't care. Like that's what he identified as. And I mean, I think people don't fully understand what being a vegan is. Obviously, back to what Jordan commented here. Do I think veganism is the best diet for humans, right? I mean, veganism is not a diet. I think people get confused. It's a philosophy. And to me, the animal rights aspect of this is the principle that I go by is we should not be doing they should have the right to their own body, and nobody should get to decide what they do with another person, another animal's, another being's body. And so that's the principle that I mean, you just can't. I think that's the basis of it. So yeah, great discussion, man, Theo. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for sharing your story. Thanks for sharing these comments. Um, I appreciate it, man. We're getting some viewers now as my son's about to finish up practice. But if you want to jump on, feel free. I'd love to talk to you. We can chat. 100% agree. I appreciate you, Theo. Yeah, man. Yep. We're doing it, man. We got to keep it up every day. Keep leading by example. Keep sharing your story. Keep doing that WTF. We the free. And wherever it takes you, but I think spreading the message, being able, and the best thing to do is being able to, again, conversate with people and drop seeds and ask questions and show that it can be done, you know? Yeah, next time. Always welcome, Theo, man, always. I'd love to have you on, man, if you're interested in, and, chat it up some more. Maybe bring some other folks on. I could bring on multiple people at once, so maybe we can chat. And we can practice talking to others, because I think that's and I mean, if it's legit conversations, man, if people are willing and they're not, I mean, some people are just nuts, really, and they think that it's like no problem to kill animals, like it's what we're supposed to do, we're carnivores, like we're designed to kill and eat animals. It's like, no, man, like way backwards. Like, and then, what, how are we designed, like with our nails and teeth to kill? It's not even like we're not even like we're not wired that way. Like, and I can't get over, like, I mean, murdering another person. But again, it starts if we can't even, treat people, or if we can't even treat animals right, how are we going to treat people right? So it's a unique world we live in, man, and but we're living in it, and but I think the best thing to do is just learn how to talk to people, conversate, because I want what's best. I want what's best for them too. I want what's best for them. You know, I need an outlet. My activism has been a hiatus. Do need to bounce myself. Oh, for the moment, yeah, man. Appreciate you, man. If you ever need outlet, or mine too. It goes on and off hiatus. I'll go through spurts for whatever reason, but it's always going to be there, man. We're not going to change. So appreciate you, man. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for the comments, and yeah, appreciate you, Theo. Have a great night in Canada from the U.S. Peace. All right, man. I think my son's about to finish up too. So, but yeah, it's been a great little live session. I might do this more often because I'm like 30 minutes away. So going back and forth for the practice. Thanks, Theo. Appreciate you, man. I love the green heart. Yeah, man. We got to keep it up. So yeah, I think I'm gonna keep this up. I mean, if this works, this is a good time for folks. If I'm able to drop my son off and then stick around here, I'll jump on. I'll make sure we're dialed up here. We got more battery. I'm down to 21% here. I got good connection. I'm hotspotting from my laptop here. I'm able to use Ecamm Live, put some comments up here. This light keeps going out, but minor inconvenience, and it's dark. 6:42 here. But I think that we are gaining more light each day, which is hopeful. That's cool. I thought I brought another drink. There we go. There it is. Check this out. We got the Pellegrino. We're into bubblies a lot, man. Bubblies are really good. Till next time. Thanks, Theo. Yeah, man. Have a great night. Appreciate you. Pellegrino, blood orange and black raspberry. Doesn't that sound like a good combo? Ooh. Spilled a little. Oh, it's delicious. It's delicious. All right, well, we didn't get anybody on live. Got a good comment. Theo's been super helpful. Dropped a lot of comments, but I think the one non-vegan, Jordan Nissan, do I think veganism is the best diet for humans? Again, answered this a little bit ago, but it's veganism is not a diet. It's a moral philosophy that we should not exploit and do what we want with animals just because we're humans. So it's also known as speciesism. Speciesism, just like racism or sexism, based on species, that we can exploit them and treat them a different way, which is not what we should be doing. And so again, if you can be strong, fit, and healthy, which I am proving, so many other people are proving as well, that you can be strong, fit, and healthy without eating any animals whatsoever. What animal protein does to our body makes it acidic, right? You have cholesterol, you have saturated fats. None of that stuff is in plants. You don't have any fiber in animals. You're not getting any fiber from animals, from animal flesh, from animal meat. So no, eating animals is not the best. Eliminate it from your diet. See what happens. And that's what we did. I was sharing with Theo that you absolutely can be strong, fit, and healthy without eating any animals. But we started 30 days plant-based, whole foods, and That's what we did. We started that way and then kept learning. So the biggest piece of advice for you is to keep learning, keep questioning, keep doing your own research. Don't trust me. Hopefully I can motivate you to continue on, but keep learning yourself. Keep trying different things. You'll get there. And whatever foods that you currently eat that have animals in it, find the plant-based alternative. We just had a chicken pot pie last night. It was absolutely phenomenal. It was delicious. But it didn't have chicken in it. It had tofu, or it had tempeh, or it had seitan. It had all plants, and it was absolutely delicious. Filling, super healthy, amazing. Absolutely amazing. All right, we're over an hour. My son's about to come back, and we're about to head back home. So this has been a great live session, and appreciate the comments. Jordan Nissan, you as well. Theo, appreciate you from Canada. Theo Optimizer, and yeah, man. All right, well, we'll see you in the next live. I plan on being live tomorrow morning, about 4:15, 4:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to put in another 300 reps. All right, guys, we'll see you then. Have a great night. Peace.